From the time Apple decided to go with the subscription model, everyone is telling it is going to kill Adobe. That's not true. That's not true at all. Welcome back to my channel. I'm JIjesh. Today I'm just discussing about the Apple's new bundle software subscription model. The first one was Adobe. Adobe is the first one to go with subscription model. Now Apple decided to go with subscription model, but in a very cost-effective way. So what does it mean for Adobe? Is it going to kill Adobe, or is it going to work in a different way for Apple? Yes, it's not going to kill Adobe. Here is why. Let us discuss it. Adobe is Adobe Creative Suite. There's almost 20 plus applications. Those are all industry standard applications, and they have a lot of different flexible subscription models, something like design or sometimes video, sometimes UI, UX, publications, and also have access to Adobe stock photographs and font folios, everything. So it's an industry standard. It is used by the majority of the big production houses and uh, big advertising companies. Everybody is using Adobe, and it also works with different third-party plugins very seamlessly. It also works with different platforms like Mac or Windows or Linux. So Adobe is in the industry for a very long time, and also they're providing a kind of professional subscription model for the big companies so that they can collaborate. If they have different offices in different locations of the world, they can collaborate using their cloud platform. So this all comes with a subscription. The only disadvantage, no perpetual license. They have only the subscription model. So when it comes to Apple, Apple also have the same software, same set of softwares, the Logic Pro, the Final Cut Pro, and Pixelmator, and also the other softwares like Keynote, Numbers, and Pages, all those stuff, which they were giving free of cost with their devices like iPhone, tabs, and Mac. And they are all coming in one bundle with a subscription. And the subscription is really competitive price, very low price comparing to Adobe. But does it mean all these software is going to, all these bundle package, decision to packaging the bundle is going to kill Adobe? No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll tell you why. See, Apple, any of the Apple software work with Apple devices only, and it works very seamlessly with Apple devices, especially with their Apple Silicon. And Apple is not expecting anyone to buy. They are expecting the people who are using Mac, they can buy their applications. Apple is not expecting anyone from Windows to buy their application. It will not work. I'm not sure any of the Apple applications or iOS devices are working in Windows. I'm not sure about that, but in my knowledge, to my knowledge, no. So Apple is packaging everything, and they are starting a new business model to targeting the creative people like creators, content creators, or very small YouTubers, all those things. The best part is they can test all these things with a very lower price, and if they want to go with the perpetual license, they can go, or they can continue with the subscription because it's really cost effective. That is all. But do you really think that Apple Studio can kill Adobe? No, it cannot, because Adobe in a different range, or Adobe stands in a different position, and Apple is standing in a different position. So that's what I'm telling you. Adobe is meant for the professionals and big companies, corporates. That's what Adobe is all about. But if you think about Apple, it's for very specifically for individuals. It doesn't mean that company cannot use it. I was working with the company, I was using Mac, but I was not using Final Cut Pro or Logic Pro. The reason was any of my clients or any of the people I'm dealing with my work, they were all using Adobe. So you cannot use Final Cut Pro and send a file because I was collaborating with the people around the globe. We had a lot of offices. So that was one disadvantage with the Apple, because because it is an emerging software. Adobe is an industry standard. It is Apple is still have to go more or maybe further to get it an industry standard one. This is my opinion. I don't know. If you have any opinion, please feel free to comment that one. So, what does it mean actually? What does it mean? Okay, who this bundle software is meant. So, I will tell you one thing. My opinion: the Apple Creative Studio is meant for the people with a MacBook or a Mac, any of the Mac devices, and you are an individual. You are working for only for yourself. Then you can use Apple Creative Studio. If you have a client but you are not collaborating, you are just making some video for them, you are giving only the end product like the video, still you can use it because you don't have to give your files to someone else, and someone else who's working in a big industry, they are not going to use your files, then it's absolutely fine. If you're an individual or a YouTuber or a content creator and you are making videos for your own purpose, or you are a teacher or a professor or a doctor and you have a MacBook and you are going for a presentation or you're teaching your students and you have a MacBook, then you go with Apple Creative Studio. Everything will work for you. But whereas Adobe is a big thing. Adobe works for the people like corporates or big production companies, big advertising companies, because you have a lot of options in that one. Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, everything is in Adobe ecosystem. Here everything is in Apple ecosystem. So my take is like this. These two software bundles are different purposes, are meant for different purposes, not for killing each other, or it doesn't collide anywhere. It doesn't collide anywhere. I have seen people using Creative Studio and Adobe softwares, including myself. When I make my videos, when I was using Mac, I was using Final Cut Pro. But at the same time, I have used Premiere Pro also, DaVinci also. So don't get misunderstood, don't speculate. Adobe is killing, sorry, Apple is killing Adobe just because they bundle the subscription and it's very cheap. No, it is cheap, definitely, but meant for a different set of people. Adobe is slightly higher side, and that is meant for a different set of people. And of course, if you really want to buy Premiere Pro or anything like DaVinci paid version, you can still go and buy. But here, definitely, you will save some money if you are an individual working only for yourself, making videos only for yourself, and even if you're working with the clients, you are giving only the end products, not the files where you think that he will give to someone else and that person might work into something else. That is not the case. If you're giving only the end product, stick with Apple Creative Studio, one of the best softwares, and it works absolutely fine with Apple system. Yeah. So that is my comment on this one. So thanks for listening to me, or thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, turn on the notification button, also give it a thumbs up. And I'm coming up with a perfume series soon. It's slightly different from the tech videos, so please wait for it. Again, that's it from my end. See you in the next video. Bye bye.